My dad was a college baseball coach. I literally grew up around the game. Some of my favorite childhood memories were being in the dugout of teams that he coached, and then just the different teams that, that I played on that he coached me. When I became a dad, I hoped that my son liked baseball as well, and it was pretty evident early on that he did. I remember, when he was 8 months old, that he'd sit on his butt and he'd hit off the tee all the time. He couldn't walk, but he was just hitting off the tee. He loved it. When he was 2, he was Manny Ramirez for Halloween. My name's Jeff Evans. I'm the CEO of Soldier Sports. We started making bats because I wanted to make something for my son. I knew that if I created a bat that was the very best possible bat for Tanner, that there was nothing better. No lighter bat, no bat with more pop. I knew that other dads would want the same exact thing for their son, and that's why we're sitting here. It took close to 3 years to getting the blue and the pink BB Core bat ready to go. The very first couple of iterations that we had were terrible. And then we just kept going. We had so much invested in it. We had, everything that we had and more invested in creating. What we were trying to do is create the very best possible baseball bat. And we got to a point where we were so far in it that we had no other choice than to literally make the best. When we set off to create this bat, we hit every night. And the number one rule for creating the tank, or creating this bat, was you couldn't say anything good about it. You could only say negative things about it. And so we wanted to just destroy it, and every different component of it, be it the alloy. And I mean, it took a long time just to choose the metal of the bat, right? And then the wall construction, the wall thicknesses of the bat, and the handle and the grip, and how big we could actually make the sweet spot. And so we would tear it apart. And we did that really 26 different times. And the 27th, there wasn't really much to say bad about it.
The bat was terrible at the beginning, to be honest. It was super heavy. I could barely even swing it. But then we just kept working all the way up, and finally we had a bat that was hot and super light that I could swing.
Yeah, finally we got to a point where we liked it. It was fun to go out and actually hit something that we thought we were going to take to market, but then we realized that, those first couple nights we weren't even close. Well, we have this awesome bat, now we need to tell the world. And so we didn't stop calling baseball people and letting them know what we were doing. And I don't know how many times I called up to Perfect Game. Hey, can we get a meeting? Hey, can we go have coffee? Can we have a beer? I buy you Eggs Benedict? Can we talk about this new bat? To be able to have a product that my son and I worked on, and a bat that I literally created for him, picked up and hit by the Bat Bros or some really, really good baseball player in the country, and him say it's great. I mean, you can never understand that feeling, how awesome that feels. And then to have PG actually pick up the phone to get to talk to them about this, I mean, it was pretty amazing. It's a father-son project that we turned into, a dream. It was a dream, and it's a dream come true.
I actually got involved with Perfect Game because of my family, my kids. My wife and I are blessed. We have 17 grandchildren, many of which play baseball and softball, so we enjoy watching them now. And in fact, when we first met Jeff in Soldier Sports, it was like deja vu. A generation later, as he and his son Tanner were at a Perfect Game event, told the event director about Soldier Sports. They shared that information with our office. It got to me, and I called him, and I thought, wow, this is just the way that it was a generation ago and how I got involved with Perfect Game. And there was an immediate connection with Jeff and myself. And so we just had a conversation about, well, tell me where you're at in the development of the bats, send some bats, let's try them out. And he did that, and everybody liked them. And from that, it was just a matter of continuing the conversation and visiting with the rest of the executive team about, hey, you need to get to know the Soldier Sports. One of the really great things about our partnership with Soldier Sports is that we work so closely together that maybe others think that there is ownership of Perfect Game with Soldier Sports, or vice versa. There is none. We work with a lot of excellent partners, Soldier Sports among them.
To be associated with Perfect Game is a dream come true. I mean, they're literally the best. They're the best amateur baseball organization in the world, right? And for us to be able to participate with them, be able to be at their tournaments and showcases, and people know about Soldier Sports because of the PG platform, and it's been an amazing experience for Soldier Sports, and really has taken us to a whole new level, and is going to springboard us to the next. Look, last year we were just introducing the tank. We were trying to tell everybody that we got this bat and just hit the bat. Well, they did. They hit the bat. They gamed the bat. They had so much success with it, and I mean, to think about it, that we've just been doing this for 1 year now. I can't even imagine where we'll be in a year from now. I mean, I think it's real to say that the tank is now a household name. And if you think about this, nobody knew who Soldier Tank was or the Soldier Sports was a year ago. And the only reason they do, the reason why they know about Soldier Sports is because the bat's really good. It's really, really good. And kids, one thing leads to another. A kid does a video or he tells one of his buddies, and I mean, I was so excited to see one bat being used by a team last year, and then you look across and there's like two or three or five kids using the tank. It just, I mean, it's humbling, and we're looking forward to what year 2 is going to be. We can't wait for year 2. For people across the United States to know about the tank, and to hit it, to love it, to do well with it, and then for everybody to be talking about this bat and how great it is, and to know that my son and I did this together. I mean, baseball's it's a family sport. It's a father-son sport, and people are going to remember the Soldier Tank, and when they look this up 20, 30, 50 years from right now, they're going to remember that Tanner and myself, that we did this together, and that's what it's really all about. Yeah, it's pretty neat to think about, like, you have all this like father-son bonding time, and kids in the cages or going in the backyard and hitting together, and they're going to actually be using the tank. And us being able to participate in a small way of that special bonding time. And who knows, I mean, what this bat might do for some kid, right? It might be that extra juice that he needs to get the ball out of the ballpark, and the right guy is watching, and the right scout is watching just at the right time. And God has this amazing plan for that kid. And it might be because of something that we were, that we did just to hang out together, and for us to be able to create a bat for Tanner, to make him better. For all of you that over the last year that took a chance and that bought this bat and that are using this bat, thank you. We put everything and more that we had into this bat and bringing this to market. And thank you so much for first of all, taking a chance, and then, for your continued support, because we've got these, but we got a lot more coming. And it's just been an amazing year, and we're looking forward to next year. So really, thanks. So people hear about the Soldier Tank and they think like the tank and hitting tanks and doing all that, but really the tank was this guy. And that's what we'd call him when he was little. We named this bat after Tanner, who was our little tank.
It's really crazy how everybody really wants this bat, and this bat's going to be under people's Christmas trees. People are going to be asking Santa for this bat.
The thing about the Soldier Tank is that we decided that we were going to make these things super inexpensive. I mean, we could certainly charge $400 or $500 for these bats, but I mean, as I told you, I grew up the son of a college baseball coach, but what I didn't tell you is that when my dad he was the pitching coach for University of Nebraska, and he made $12,000 a year. So, I mean, we grew up with literally nothing, right? I wanted what all of my buddies had. I wanted the best equipment, the best clothes, and all that kind of stuff. But what I know is that we can make these bats and we can sell these bats for very, not that it's not, that $299 isn't a lot of money, because it is a lot of money, but charging $399 or $450 or $500 for the bats, I mean, that's just a cash grab, and that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide the very, very best and have every kid be able to have one of these. I mean, I want the best. I want every kid to be able to have the best. So that means that every kid can swing the Soldier Tank. It don't matter how much money you have or how much money you make. And look, if a kid doesn't have enough money for the $299, call me. We'll figure out a way to make it happen. I'll go get you one. That's not how you talk. Go get you one, dog.
Go get you one. Let's go.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't you go get you one, and you riz that up, if you know what I mean, and that's some crumbs, right?
That's not Tatum,